needed to do something to honor the service and the sacrifice that Trooper Ponder made.
What a Central Kentucky community is doing to help the family of a dispatcher police say was killed by her husband.
What independent candidate for Governor Drew Curtis is saying about the new attention he's receiving after last night's debate.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 6.
Good evening and thanks for being here with us. Paying tribute to a fallen state trooper. Today, a group of people in Laurel County went for a walk to honor his memory.
Investigators say that Trooper Joseph Cameron Ponder was shot and killed earlier this week along Interstate 24 in western Kentucky. Police say they later shot and killed the suspect. The Laurel County jailer organized today's march. Phil Pendleton was there. He has our top story at 6.
It began in downtown London with foot traffic for a fallen trooper that many didn't even know.
You know, it's been a traumatic week for law enforcement, especially here in the state.
Jailer Jamie Mosley organized the memory march and spread the word. Several days later, he received quite the response.
A couple of days ago, it just really came to light to me that we needed to do something to honor the service and the sacrifice that Trooper Ponder made.
Ponder was killed after police say he tried to help a driver and those with him during a traffic stop in western Kentucky.
It's not right. They're here to protect us, not harm us.
Mosley says he feels law officers are getting a bad rap, all because of just a few bad incidents that have turned high profile.
And for every unfortunate incident that may happen throughout this nation, there are 5,000 lives that these officers have saved.
Some made it a family affair. Others said they understand what the family of the fallen trooper is going through.
It was devastating because I got 2 Marine brothers, and it makes me think of where they're over there fighting for us. They can easily get killed. Many taking an hour out of their day to recognize someone whose entire life was spent serving others. In Laurel County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Jailer Mosley is a former state police dispatcher and trainer. He said he wanted police officers around Laurel County to know their work is appreciated. The candlelight vigil will be held tonight for Trooper Ponder at 8 o'clock at North Hardin High School. He graduated from North Hardin back in 2002.
New tonight, a volunteer fire chief has been arrested after police say he was caught peeping into a woman's bedroom window. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office charged 38-year-old Dewey Douglas Creech with voyeurism, stalking, and criminal trespassing. The Laurel County Emergency Management Director says Creech is the chief of the Bald Rock Volunteer Fire Department. Police say a woman heard Creech outside her bedroom window while she was getting dressed. Police say the woman also heard noises outside her window the previous 3 nights. Police think Creech may have been causing those noises. Tonight, the community is coming together to help the family of a woman police say was killed by her husband. Richmond police say 23-year-old Jackie Rose's husband killed her and then killed himself over the weekend. She was a Madison County dispatcher. New at 6, Jennifer Palumbo is at the live desk with more on what dispatchers and Rose's church are doing to help. Jennifer?
Amber, family and friends are still struggling to understand why this happened. Police found Jackie and Jesse Rose shot to death in their home after reports of a domestic dispute. The couple's 15-month-old daughter was not hurt. In addition to her job as a 911 dispatcher, Jackie Rose also spent time worshiping and volunteering at Vineyard Community Church in Richmond. Senior Pastor Joe Wood says she went out of her way for other people, but didn't talk much about her own struggles. Her family has come from California now to take her home.
We've been able to spend time with them. They're grieving, they're going through it, and it's difficult. It's very, very hard when there's no answers to give. And somebody who's 24, 25 years old, this is not the way it's supposed to be. Parents don't bury children. That's not what's supposed to happen.
Jackie Rose will be buried in California. A GoFundMe account has been set up to help her daughter and family. At last check, it's raised $3,300. Also, a memorial service is planned tomorrow. It begins at 11:30 in the morning at Vineyard Community Church in Richmond Mall. At the live desk, Jennifer Palumbo, WKYT.
Jennifer, thank you. You can find details on the service and a link to that GoFundMe page at WKYT.com.
Tonight, the search continues for a man now facing charges for a deadly crash in Scott County. The Scott County Sheriff's Office says that 32-year-old Mohammed Abdullah is believed to be in the Baltimore, Maryland area. He is a native of the Sudan. A Scott County grand jury indicted him for manslaughter and assault. Back in May, police say he was driving recklessly when his car hit another car on Interstate 64. 13-year-old Emily Sams died. Her parents were seriously injured. New tonight, 2 Perry County inmates back in jail after police say they briefly escaped this afternoon. They say Derek Moore and Sean Noble were being taken to the Kentucky River Regional Jail when they kicked out the window of a van along Highway 15 and the bypass in Hazard. Police say they caught Moore almost immediately, and they say they caught Noble about 30 minutes later just down the road. Both inmates now face escape charges.
It started with a piece of paper that had been torn up in a rest area bathroom, but police say it led to 2 children being removed from a home with horrible conditions. Today, the 2 rest area employees who found that piece of paper were honored. Sam Smith has the story from Scott County.
2 weeks ago, they were just doing their job at the rest stop on I-75 in Scott County.
I was cleaning the bathroom up.
Today, they were given certificates of recognition by Georgetown police, all because they saw a torn piece of paper with suspicious writing.
And I looked in the trash and the paper tore all the pieces. Come out, I said, Cindy, look at this. What I found. She said, let's tape it together. And that's what we did.
The workers say the paper was torn into large pieces, and it only took them about 5 minutes to piece everything back together. It read, "Please help me," and included a name and phone number. The workers called police.
We're really glad we looked in there and found that.
Georgetown police, along with other state agencies, tracked down where the note came from. They were able to check on 2 kids under the age of 13. They say the kids were living in unhealthy conditions at home, outside of the county. The case remains under investigation. Police are thrilled that these workers stepped up so those children can get the help they need.
When something like this happens and we recognize it, we like to make sure that those citizens know that it's appreciated.
Just something little that we did help some children out.
In Scott County, Sam Smith, WKYT.
To protect the children's identities, police have not said where they live. There's no word if the parents have been charged.
We are enjoying a great stretch of weather this week, and sunshine, warm temperatures making it just beautiful out there. Let's check in now with our chief meteorologist, Chris Bailey. He has an early look at the forecast. Chris, this continues for a day or 2 more?
Yeah, it's a familiar forecast, Sam, as we roll through our Thursday and Friday. Basically, it's a what you see and what you feel is what you get kind of a forecast overall through the next few days. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous evening that is taking shape as of now. Blue skies over top of Hamburg Pavilion. Though look at southeastern Kentucky. Jackson with a little more in the way of some clouds. That's been keeping our temperatures a little cooler into the southeastern corner of the state where we've had some more clouds. It's been some upper 70s as of now. You look at our radar and we've just got the clouds on there as of now, but the clouds are a little thicker across southeastern Kentucky. 77 Harlan, London at 78. 80 right now, Lexington, low 80s across northern Kentucky where we've had a little more in the way of sunshine, and that radar is going to stay dry right on through the overnight and into the next couple of days, though we began to focus on that weekend forecast and changes are brewing. Hour by hour forecast tracking a cold front into town for your Saturday, guys, with a threat for some scattered thunderstorms. We'll break that down in greater detail when I come back here in less than 10 minutes.
Thank you, Chris. It was the first televised showdown in the race for governor as Democrat Jack Conway, Republican Matt Bevin, and Independent Drew Curtis met in Louisville for the WKYT Herald Leader Bluegrass debate.
But after the debate, much of the buzz seemed to be centered around Curtis, a candidate some Kentuckians may not have even been familiar with before the event. Sean Moody talked to him today.
Drew Curtis said when he took the debate stage last night, he wanted to be the voice of the people who were watching at home frustrated with traditional politics. He thinks that if he can engage those potential voters, he could be one of the first independent candidates with legitimate chance.
There were 2 big names on the debate stage last night, Jack Conway and Matt Bevin. And then there was Drew Curtis. He's known in tech circles for his news aggregation website, Fark.com, but not necessarily for political prowess. After last night's debate, he thinks a lot more people might take him seriously.
Now I see he studied up on these things and has command of the basics of the issues. Now it's like, okay, well, he sort of looks like a viable candidate.
He says his phone's been ringing a lot today. He was in Bardstown this morning for a radio interview.
Independent candidate for governor, Mr. Drew Curtis.
Curtis needed 7.5% of the poll numbers to qualify for last night's debate. The most recent Bluegrass poll had him at 8%.
Well, I think he was a winner by being on that stage, and he had a good appearance. We'll see if his appearance there was enough to generate enough buzz to get him over the threshold to be invited to other debates.
Curtis says low voter turnout could be his key to victory.
It doesn't hurt me at all. It hurts them a lot because party voters are disenfranchised and they're going to stay home. All of my people are coming.
He might find his biggest obstacle is Kentucky's political history.
What you also have to acknowledge in Kentucky is that we do not have a history of electing independents, so the bar is high for his candidacy.
Curtis says he's ready to disprove the conventional wisdom that an independent can't win.
I don't believe that. Now, it has never happened before, but here's the thing, it doesn't mean it can't be done.
In Frankfort, Sean Moody, WKYT.
The next Bluegrass poll on the governor's race will be released September 30th.
State and city leaders want to make a busy part of Lexington safer for people walking there. They're looking into adding a new signal for walkers on Euclid Avenue between South Ashland and Woodland. It would be near the remodeled Kroger store, which city leaders say has created more pedestrian traffic in that area. Now, Lexington's Traffic Engineering Department will be working with state highway leaders to collect information and data in that area. The state will review that information, then determine if a new signal or something else is needed for safety. Today, historians, professors, and other experts weighed in on some controversial statues in downtown Lexington. Mayor Jim Gray asked the Urban County Arts Review Board to review the placement of statues of Confederate leaders John Hunt Morgan and John C. Breckinridge downtown, along with a historical marker on slavery nearby. The board heard from experts today. One professor said the statues should not be removed because they're part of Lexington's history.
Having the statues there to tell a story. Anytime that you try to remove the other side of a perspective, then you don't have it. You don't have time for an argument or discussion on it when the evidence or the artifacts on the other side is removed.
A public forum on the statues will be held Monday night at 6 at Council Chambers. The board will meet on September 30th to begin discussing its recommendations for those statues.
Miners are practicing some important skills as part of a competition going on in Lexington this week. How it could also save lives next.
And then some good news for Eastern Kentucky University employees, what we've learned about a raise that they will soon receive.